Hi Richard. Road traffic accidents are probably the greatest single cause of death and injury for tourists visiting Southeast Asia, and a big proportion of those involve motorcycles, and especially people not wearing helmets on motorcycles. So I suppose the first piece of advice that we would offer to people is to think very carefully about safety and being sensible, and ask themselves, do they really want to, do they really need to hire or rent or ride a motorbike, especially if they haven't had experience of riding one before.
If you do rent a motorcycle, make sure you have international driving license, you have experience with riding a motorcycle, you also have the proper health insurance that will cover that kind of motorcycle, the size and the type of motorcycle. Always wear a helmet. If the shop doesn't have a helmet, then go to another shop.
That's good advice. And some shops will ask for your passport as collateral in case of damage or whatever. Our advice is that you should never hand over your passport as collateral in those type of circumstances. You should maybe offer a photocopy of your passport, or a refundable cash deposit, or even credit card details, but not hold on to your passport. And if the shop, if that's not good enough for the shop, then maybe go to a different shop. Have you any advice on what makes for a good, reputable motorbike rental shop?
I would avoid those shops by the side of the road with like a pop-up sign. Go for a permanent looking shop that has a name board and a reputation to maintain. It may cost a bit more, but you will have less trouble in the long run.
Okay. And of course, even with the best will of the world and people being very careful, accidents still do happen. A lot of tourists and a lot of citizens who end up in hospital because of accidents. So probably the greatest single piece of advice that we would offer and stress is that people need to have comprehensive and adequate travel and health insurance, because if they do end up injured or in hospital, medical bills can be very, very expensive, and it's not easy to cover those if you don't have the insurance. So definitely make sure you have the right health and travel insurance. Be sensible, be safe.
Yes, indeed.